All right, starting things off, SHARON gets a point up on the board. 2 points up on the board. High toss serve. SHARON pinning John Lee into that backhand corner, and this is what JIAN had to do. He had to pressure, pressure, pressure. Cannot give him any breathing room at all, or else you give him an inch, he's going to take a mile, and here we go. SHARON showing us what a difference of 200 points over 2,500 makes. Of course, as the ratings go higher, the players become exponentially better. A 1-4 scoreline. John Lee trailing with a 3-point deficit. Both players playing chicken there on the short push rally. John Lee attempts to go for the long pip bump. Puts another point on the board. 5-2. John Lee holding his ground, 3-5. Taking no chances. John Lee steps in real quick up close to the table, gets a forehand loop in, and earns the point outright. SHARON pumped up on the good stuff here. Tell he's happy about that. Understands how tough of an opponent John Lee is. John Lee fishes the ball back onto the table, and change of pace confuses SHARON just enough to get him to clip the top of the net. 5-7, trailing by 2 points. Man, John Lee makes such great use of his wrist. Accelerates so much, especially for those long pip bumps. Some masterful stuff here from John Lee. And a step around forehand equalized the scoreline. I believe this is the first time the score has been tied up since the beginning of this match, other than 0-0, of course. 7-7. John finds himself in position for the forehand cross-court loop, however, not quite able to land flush. Oh, great stuff from John Lee, varying the pace, varying the height, varying the length on the table. And most importantly, varying the spin, so SHARON does not keep falling into like a autopilot loop pace, basically. And the Chiquita comes in perfect. However, the step around forehand just goes a little too far, and John Lee finding himself with a 1-point lead since the beginning of this match. He's always been down. Can he seize the opportunity, take this point, and give himself 2 game points? The shovel serves come through. SHARON gets backed up into the corner on the receiving end of a very, very impressive looping John Lee. Unable to suppress that fire coming in, and succumbs to the inverted side of John Lee's paddle. Attempts to go for the bump, however, not quite there. Everything is just so measured precisely right now, guys. Trying to keep the ball low to the net as close as possible, as spinny as possible. Taking the game to the extremes. Ah, ha, 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 fools him. Wait, what just happened? Oh, excuse me. All right. I don't know. I guess I made an error in the scoreline. Sharon wins that game. Whoops. Apologize for that. This is an amateur operation, so you get what you pay for, which is absolutely nothing. The quality control for this product may not necessarily be the highest quality. Sharon going for the side under serve, short to the forehand, mixes it up, goes long to the backhand now, opens up the rally, and Jian Lee not able to get his chops onto the table. Oh, a great forehand counter right off the bounce. Whew. Sharon is heating up, and this is only the second game of the match, so hopefully as we continue here, these players continue to get better and better, and we see some higher quality table tennis. Not that this isn't high quality or anything. The bump comes in perfect, long into the backhand, probably very dead and with very little spin. You can see the grip change there from Sharon, needing to get such a fine wrist angle for that inside-out forehand. However, too much happening in such a short period of time, not able to adjust fast enough. And Jian Lee, now a 1-point deficit. The short push comes through perfectly. All right, Sharon, we know you're good, but I don't know if you're good enough to loop a ball with such heavy underspin so low to the net. Maybe got to give Jian Lee a little bit more respect than that. There you go, Jian Lee getting loud, equalizing the scoreline. Fishes the ball back onto the table, but I don't know, it felt kind of dead a little bit. Yes, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, Sharon did indeed beat his brother. We could not get that match on stream, but sorry, back into it, 4-4. Bumps the ball so close to the side of the table on Sharon's wide forehand, making him run a little bit. Not quite able to get there in time. 4-5. Oh, Sharon changes his mind, going for a backhand serve instead. Maybe regretting that a little bit. He's like, I shouldn't have went for that. Anyways, Jian Lee chops the ball, then finds an opening forehand counter, changes the pace of the rally, and earns himself a 2-point advantage. Jian Lee gets so low to the floor, and so much body mechanics at work here. Now earning himself a 3-point advantage, looking much sharper than the first game. Oh, perfectly measured. The ball slips away from SHARON on the push. And Jian Lee just, he's just has such a good understanding of how the ball is moving around the table, and is able to place himself in the right time, in the right place to get the best opportunity for his shots. Oh, great use of his index finger there. Forces the ball onto the the parallel side of the table there. That needed a little bit of gymnastics to come through to help him place that shot as well. A lot of quality on the ball right now. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the ball is so darn spinny right now coming off of Jian Lee's pips. Able to produce so much spin on his own, not even talking about reversal, which gets even heavier. And Jian Lee, not keeping anything secretive, he's like, you know what, I'm serving a heavy underspin serve, you're going to push it, and I'm going to loop it. And that's what happens, and Jian Lee now with a 3-point lead, 9-6, looking much, much better in form overall. Great stuff from Jian Lee here. Consecutive forehand loops coming through, and SHARON. Now this is where it starts getting interesting, guys. This is where it starts getting interesting. Going into this third game, well, hold on, this is not over yet. Now it's over. So, back to where I was at. So, as both players get more acclimated to each other's games, you know, of course, Jian Lee's chops are only going to get sharper from here. Both players are going to, you know, become more refined overall in terms of their touch, in terms of their feeling, in terms of their movement. And at both of these players' peaks, who gets the advantage? Who gets the edge on the other one? A lot of tactics are going to come through, and we'll see what both of these players show us. I am so very excited to be watching this right now. Jian Lee staying aggressive. Ball dribbles over from another court, giving these players a respite. Break time's over, back into action. Shovel serve, side under. Jian Lee bumps the ball. A passive return from SHARON gets heavily punished with a big old loop. Jian Lee, a little too much safety on that opening forehand loop. And as tall as Jian Lee is, with as massive a wingspan that he has, not able to quite cover the wide forehand corner on his side because SHARON is moving the ball so well. The short push drifts a little too long into the territory that is Jian Lee's forehand. It gets looped to smithereens. Jian Lee changes the pace on the ball. And the fishing shot comes so short and close to the net. SHARON fighting so hard to find any space and is forced to take an aggressive shot that he was perhaps not the most comfortable with. Ball clips the top of the net, and SHARON now trailing by 1 point. I'm sure we're only going to get to see more shovel serves from Jian Lee. Now, this is where it gets tricky, right? You got to find the right balance of changing the pace on the ball, but also you can take your opportunities and go for more aggressive shots right off the bat. And we know Jian Lee is able to serve and attack with. Man, I'm lost for words. This man has so much agility, able to turn the ball from such wide angles, wide to the backhand, parallel to the forehand. Just beautiful stuff. He had the right idea there, went for the side under pendulum serve, short to the forehand, and then was planning to go for the cross-court long pip bump. And that would have been a very dead ball that SHARON had to receive, but it goes long. SHARON fired up. That being said, he is still trailing by a little bit. Oh man, that is such a nasty shot, guys. Unbelievable stuff. Using so much of his wrist there, faking the angle. Says, hey, I'm going cross court, you better be there. And then it's like, nope, I lied. I'm actually going wide to your backhand. Now SHARON up 1 point, closes down the deficit and claws things back. JIAN now finding himself on the receiving end of a very angry SHARON, saying, hey, you put me in an uncomfortable position, now it's your turn. A simple block does the job for Jian Lee. Now the score equal once more, 1-1-7-7. All good things come in pairs. So I'm sure these next 2 points are going to be very pretty to watch. The loop from SHARON goes a little bit long, unfortunately. Got to maintain control on those. Ooh, that chop comes heavy. SHARON unable to lift the tremendous amount of underspin on those balls. Jian Lee now 2 points up, 9-7. Looking to close out this third game of the match and gain a 1-game advantage. Shovel serve, Chiquita open, forehand cross-court loop by Jian Lee. Earns himself 3 game points, and he still has the service. Oh, one more loop comes in. This is such a high quality game right now, guys. Insane work by both players. 11-7. Now, guys, if you are watching, make sure to give us a like on the Princeton Pong Facebook page. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like as well. I always appreciate your kind comments. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background. That is a very, very pumped up Tall Leibovitz, multiple-time U.S. Paralympic champion. Anyways, back into action here. We have so many great players in the Princeton Pong Club right now. But our eyes are focused on these two right here, Jian Lee and SHARON Alguetti. Bump goes over long. Ooh, extends his wrist all the way and goes for the inside-out forehand push. However, Jian Lee says, hey, that's not going to be good enough. I will take no pushes. Anything and everything will be attacked. And that's just exactly the kind of quality that SHARON is going to have to come with in order to be able to win any points. Man, did you see the use of his wrist action on those shots? Unbelievable stuff. Cool and calm as ice. SHARON stands there, holds his paddle, and blocks the ball down the line, earning himself a 1-point lead. And that was such a tough shot to hit by SHARON. Jian Lee puts it back on the table, and he's just not able to get the follow-up. The chops are coming so darn heavy from Jian Lee. The short push so low with such great quality to the net by SHARON there. Finds his opportunity and closes out the point with a cross-court loop. That's a Fen Jiandong-esque backhand there. Gets down to the one knee. Sniper from table range. And those bumps are just so pretty from Jian Lee. very deceptive. I have no clue what kind of spin is on those balls. And a massive forehand counter loop by Jian Lee equalizes the scoreline 5-5. And Jian Lee's been keeping it, you know, I can't say he's been keeping it unpredictable, because he's been very frank about what he's going to give to Sharon. He says, hey, I'm going to give you some underspin serves, and I'm going to loop the third ball attack, and you're going to be on the receiving end of those. The chops come through heavy from Jian Lee. The fishing rally begins. Sharon gets the inside-out forehand, forcing Jian Lee away from the table, and no more space to back up away. Has to work with what he has, and concedes a point to Sharon, 5-6. And Sharon was ready for that, but such a difficult shot to go for. Jian Lee, massive forehand loop, and Sharon attempts the counter right off the bounce.
Holy shit. Good job, good job. That's the goal.
Oh man, Sharon was keeping Jian Lee pinned in that backhand corner for so long. Jian Lee changes things up and says, you know what, maybe I'll attack. Jordan says, nope, you're going to sit in that backhand corner and wait for more shots. Jian Lee whiffs the ball, and so Sharon goes up 1.76, and it has been so contentious here. No player has been able to escape the other one. That would have been that would have been the highlight of the day there. Jian Lee waits for the ball to drop so far off the side of the table, then decides, all right, I'll go for the chop now. And Sharon was forced into an awkward ball, but he was going for a high-quality shot, so, hey. Oh, man, heavy underspin chops by Jian Lee. Man, these balls are coming with so much quality. I think if I tried to loop one of those balls, I'd either like break my neck or like my paddle will break in half from how heavy those chops are.
Say that again? Say that again?
Back at it again, 8-7 scoreline. Jian Lee screams and shouts, looking poised to close out the Princeton Pong August Open. Sharon finding himself in a dicey situation, 7-9 scoreline. Oh, is that a dead ball? Heavy under. Heavy underspin on the serve. Jian Lee right into the bottom of the net. Oh, the bump comes through, clips the top of the net. Luck be a lady tonight. 10-8 and 2 game and match points for John Lee. He's got to be excited about this. Hey, the best course of action now is for John Lee to stay aggressive and use the opportunity and space that he has, the mental space that he gains with the comfort of having 2 match points. Oh man, such fine touch by Sharon there. The audacity to go for a shot like that with 2 match points down. What a gutsy play. That's all I gotta say. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. John Lee closes out the Princeton Pong August Open. Congratulations, John Lee. We will be, man, big win for John Lee here in the Princeton Pong August Open, and in the Princeton Pong Club. Whew. That I'm exhausted watching that. All right, so both of these players get to smile and look pretty for the camera. Then we bring down John Lee for an interview. Guys, if you have any questions for John Lee, make sure to post them in the comments right now, just so we can start asking him the questions as soon as he gets on the courtside desk here. Thank you. In the meantime, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Princeton Pong Al Hassan, that is me, and give us a like on this video as well as the Facebook page. First time having John Lee for their interview here. That's such a tough game. Whew. Please ask him for his paddle setup. Will absolutely do. I am very excited to have a conversation with this beautiful man and his beautiful loops and chops. Sharon not looking the most smiley here. Got to be a little bit frustrated off of that loss, but hey, congratulations to John Lee, a fantastic performance, and let's get this man down here so he could talk about how awesome that match was. All right.
Was it a one?
Okay, video capture device. I am just getting my pretty face into the picture here. Apologize if it scares you. Oh, here I am. Hello. Okay. So that's where the champ will sit. Oh, a naked Sharon passes by. Cover your eyes. We didn't see any of that.
What's the most popular ball right
All right, all right, all right. Now the waiting game happens.
5 minutes away.
Wait, did he leave? Oh no. I hope he's just changing. I will be real sad.
Hey, I don't understand the book table up there. The current.
He left? No.
You give up?
If you just did that, you lost the last point, and you just gave up. It doesn't officially mean it, it's just like, obviously he was like losing, I guess, so that just didn't even want to bother playing. I guess, I can see it.
Now you give the point that you need.
He probably had a match point, he was playing match point, and he got really bad, and he just listened.
He said he had a lesson and he left. Sad.
Oh, wow, that's quick.
You can interview me.
Okay, guys. So sad story. I was able to catch Jian Lee outside. I was like, "Hey, can I stop for a quick interview?" And he said, "Sorry, I have a lesson." I guess the grind never stops, apparently, because winning the August Open is not enough. I think it's like a $750 prize or something like that. Wild stuff. Anyways, sheesh. Well, I am very sorry about that. Maybe I'll try to reach out to him and then forward him the questions that everybody here asked.
400 playoffs. Jack Wu against Alex.
That's the biggest Chad move in TT history, and I love it. Hey, man, I gotta agree. That's just some gangster stuff. He's like, you know what? I won the Open, and I'm just gonna be on my way. No interviews. I don't have time for this. I gotta be making my money. Gotta be giving lessons to these youths. They're not gonna get better on their own. They need me. My people need me. Somebody's gotta hit these chops. Anyways, sorry guys. I wanted that interview as much as you guys did. Now, stick around. I'm going to stop the stream and restart it so the video gets saved. We have the under 2400 quarterfinals, I believe. So I will look through all your questions and make sure to save them, and then see if I can forward those to Jian Lee one way or another, and then I'll try making a video about it. Very sorry for that, guys, but hey, the man is busy. The man's got places to be. You know, this is the life of a superstar. Lightning quick and finishes off into the night.